Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Umineko When They Cry. This is on my new computer, so hopefully everything will not become completely useless by the end of this. I'm really hoping everything stays good, that the audio syncs up, because I had some problems with my video earlier today, syncing up video and audio. But hopefully that was just because of my camera and it won't do this. But if it does do that, then I will make a tweet about that. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I also turned off my mouse on this time. So last time, jeez, what even happened last time? Last time, Rosa basically announced the whole thing, and now we're kind of being fucked. So, I'm looking at all my things, and I'm kind of paranoid, but kind of not. You know what I mean? Because there's no drop frames or anything, so that's good. Kind of wish the text would scroll a little bit faster. So, I said I would record 3 videos today. I'm actually going to record 1 and upload before I go to sleep. That way I don't forget about it tomorrow before I have to go to work. So, there's that. I think the next couple of things is going to be about the inheritance. So, it's going to be one of those videos where I talk non-stop. So yeah, this is my first recording on my new computer, and it's basically the extent of that. Yeah, your parents kind of suck. I'm just gonna say it right now. Let me adjust my mic a little bit. If this does work, or actually if this does not work, then I will run by OBS with Omega and see, what's going on. How can I fix it? See, the problem is that my video and audio lengths after I started doing this haven't been syncing up, and I think that's because of my camera. I hope it's because of my camera. I'm going to be really disappointed if I lose about 22 minutes of footage, because that's not going to be fun at all. Also, this time around with OBS, it was a little bit weird to get things working. I don't know why, but it just was. So, yeah. If you see some things on the edge that shouldn't be there, that's why. So anyways, a lot of you guys said that I should not be watching the anime. And that's basically to avoid spoilers, but also because the anime is actually unfinished. Yeah, for those of you who went through the entire anime and was left at the very end of the anime wondering, oh, well, that was kind of weird. That's because it only, from what I heard, and actually from what I researched, it's only following the question arcs. They never made an anime based off of the answer arcs. So, yeah, that's kind of a big fuck up, if you ask me. I'm like, my earlier recordings today didn't go well, and I'm really hoping that I can mitigate. Here's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is that I can't use Audacity anymore. Because I can't use Audacity, effectively anymore, I'll have to resort to using my microphone on this, which actually does sync up everything. The problem with that, however, is that I can't reduce any noise that my microphone produces. So you would have an unedited audio coming from my end. That also means that, if something goes wrong with the audio and the video, my audio will also be fucked. Whereas if something goes wrong with the audio in the video, and I have Audacity, I can still use Audacity to an extent, and I can just basically say, hey, the video fucked up or something like that. So, hopefully that will be how it is. If I'm actually going to try and edit this afterwards, and if I can't do it, like if it's all fucked up again, then I'll go by my editor, my editors on Streamwriters and see what I can do. And in the meantime, I will be using the OBS microphone to record my audio. If that ends up happening, I just want you guys to know that it'll be temporary. But if it does end up happening, you won't be hearing this recording because I'll have to re-record this and everything. So I guess it's a pretty moot point if you're hearing this particular recording. I hope you hear this particular recording. Even if it does end up bad, that means that nothing bad happened in about 20 minutes, and I'm not going to cry or anything. Gosh, I need to clean my room. I actually do some laundry. Thankfully, though, my work clothes are done, so that's not a problem. Man, don't you love in this fucking book whenever something big happens, like that whole dinner party, and then right afterwards is slow as fucking balls? Like, there's nothing crazy going on. It's just, oh, hey, something happened, and we're talking. Oh, something big happened? Alright, we're done with that, and we're talking. Oh, this happened? Now we're talking. That's the biggest problem with this visual novel. Is... Oh my gosh, that clock actually scared me. For those of you who don't know, it's like 2:04 in the morning, so... That clock did kind of scare me. I really hope it's my camera that fucked up. Because if it's my camera, I can work around it. Also, there's another complaint I have with Umineko. There's like little to no music. That was one of the things that kept the mood going for Higurashi, is that I wasn't left to be the only audio source you'd hear had you guys been watching my Let's Play. There was also audio in the background, be it I recorded it very rudimentary back then, and if you want a good version, you should probably check out my re-videos, because that's when I use my current setup, or close to my current setup. Back then, I recorded everything off of my microphone. So, it was pretty bad back then. You guys could hear the chair that I was in, as well as whenever I got away from the computer, you could hear like the audio distort a little. It was a terrible... I don't know how I got 500 subscribers from you guys. I really don't. And I especially don't know how I got people that are staying. That's fucked up. See, like, nothing's going on. Like, this is the biggest problem I have with the 07th second work, Umineko, is that, again, like I just said, there's nothing going on. I feel like there's way too much setup going on. I feel like the interesting shit doesn't happen for, like, the longest time. And when it actually does happen, it gives us a little bit of a taste, and then it goes back to talking. Imagine for a second The Hunger Games. A lot of you probably watched The Hunger Games, or any action movie. I'm just going to use The Hunger Games as an example. Imagine for a second it showed a scene where someone just avoided death, and it was a very intense scene, and, you know, dark things were happening. And then, for the next 20 fucking minutes, it focused on people in the Capitol. Just, you know, talking, leisurely talking. Meanwhile, there's kids dying in the fucking Hunger Games, being slaughtered by each other. But let's go ahead and talk. That is this game. That is what's going on with this game, is that I'm trying to do something, and I'm trying to commentate over something that you know, something major happens, and then we go to talking for the next, like, 2 or 3 episodes. It's so fucking bad. I'm not hating on Umineko in general. I'm just hating on the fact that we went from Higurashi, which got to its fucking main points real quick. Real fucking quick. To Umineko, which takes an eternity. I was told that I've basically gone through episode 1, and then I watched the anime. Yeah, I basically went through episode 1, and that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. And no amounts of thunderbolts or wind or anything else is going to change that. My gosh. Like, there's this whole subplot that I want to explore, but I'm here talking with Balter's mother for the next fucking 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to be talking with someone else's mother, and I'm basically, you know what's going to happen? I guarantee you, we're going to go through every single group of people. Every single group of people. And it's at least going to be a 5 to 10 minute talk with every single group of people. That is what's going to happen. I guarantee you that is what's going to happen. Wait, what did that say? Oh, that was a book. And that's the thing. That's the thing, is that there are way too many characters initially. And see, we have, what is it? 18? How many? Hold on, let me no. No, that's not what I wanted either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have 18 people. 18 characters that we have to divide our attention for the entire fucking arc. The entire fucking arc. 18 fucking characters. Higurashi had 5. You have to count Keiichi. Average. What the fuck? Oh, they're talking about the 19th person. I wish I would have continued and then would have saw that, so I didn't have to count. But you know what I mean. Like, we went from a visual novel focusing on 5 to 6 people maximum. Maximum. Actually, for the first couple arcs, it really focused on 3 or 4. And now we are in a situation where we are constantly focusing on like 2 or 3 groups, and it's 18 people total. That noise is annoying. That noise is what the fuck? Oh, that does make sense. That noise, oh, that's not a good sound effect. That's not a good music sound effect, whatever. That is irritating. Like, I know it's supposed to set the mood, but seriously, that's irritating. It's like a hum, like, for the entire, like, time. Come on. You had good sound effects before. You had perfect sound effects in Higurashi. Why did you change them? I know you want to distance this work from Higurashi, but you can reuse sound effects. No one gives a shit about the sound effects. I give a shit, but no one really gives a shit about the sound effects if you reuse them. It's understandable. Especially when the new sound effects sound absolutely awful. Come on. Well, duh, yeah, that's... Again, and I've been saying this from the very beginning. From the very, very beginning. I would be inclined to believe this theory about Beatrice being an 18th person if it's not for the fact... if it was not for the fact that I have read Higurashi When They Cry. I know there's mystical, mysterious, supernatural shit that goes on in Higurashi. It's the same writer. So, it's very hard when you have things like Tataragoroshi, where the uncle just is suddenly not there anymore in the fucking grave because potatoes, or fucking Chapter 1, Onakakushi, where the mountain nouns attack Keiichi. Why? Because potatoes. It's stuff like that. It's stuff that reading the first one actually spoiled me for this one, because I know Beatrice is alive. I know that there is a witch named Beatrice. I know the author. Even if I didn't watch the anime, it would be hard to convince me, just from reading Higurashi alone, that there is not a 19th person on this island. And I think many of you guys will agree with me, those of you who have seen Umineko and those of you who haven't seen Umineko. You will agree with me that if you base it... This humming is annoying. If you base it on Rikishi 07's previous work, it isn't his style to fake us out like this. Usually when there's hints of a 19th person, he'll try and, make it like, oh, well, it might be an 18th person. But once you read Higurashi, you know that there has to be 19 people. Because Maria is a witch-believing crazy person. Like, no offense to Maria, but she's pretty fucked up. Yeah, when you think about it, why would you even need a messenger? Why not just, if you are on the island, and you do have a letter for everyone, why don't you present it yourself? Oh, because you want to keep tension, 07? Because you want to allude to the fact that Beatrice may or may not exist? Please. Oh, shit. Yeah, it does sound pretty weird. I'm one step ahead of this visual novel so far. How are we doing on time, actually? Okay, we're doing alright on time. Yeah, there's a lot of contradictions. So many contradictions going on right now. And the reason there are so many contradictions going on is that 07 is trying to allude to the fact that there may or may not be a 19th person, and that both possibilities can exist until we physically see Beatrice's sprites. It's a really good setup, it's just, I'm having a hard time believing that there isn't a 19th person, because the logic behind this just doesn't make sense. If there really wasn't a 19th person, why? Why would you make Maria lie? Unless Maria's making this whole thing up, which is very possible, except for the fact that she has the grandfather's seal of approval. There's no way that she could make this up. So who the fuck would be able to do that? It just doesn't make sense. The only logical conclusion, based upon all the evidence that she has the grandfather's ring seal of approval, the fact that, gosh, there's so many things. There's so many things that point to the fact that there's a 19th person, and it disregards everything about the 18th person. There's more evidence pointing to the 19th person, from the contents of the letter, to the letters stamped, to the fact that Maria was the one to give the letter, and the fact that the letter has a stamp that Maria could never possibly get. No way in 1,000 fucking years. And that the grandfather has not been seen nearly the entire fucking night. Not only that, but he's not even answering anyone. And the grandfather is acting weird, talking as if Beatrice actually exists. Every way you look at it, it points to Beatrice actually existing. So even if I never read Higurashi When They Cry, the evidence points to Beatrice being there. There's no way that she can't be there. It is a creepy feeling to think that someone is playing a sick, twisted game and is actually 18 people, but really, it's 19 people. Let's be fucking honest. I kind of want to get through this whole thing going on right here, this whole talk, before I end it off. Because one conversation can span an entire fucking video. An entire video. That is... You guys wanted Umineko. You didn't want Disability Girls, or whatever the fuck that other one's called. At least with that one, the art is really good. The women are hot, so I'll enjoy that. And it's a compelling story, and it's a choose-your-own story. You get something from playing it blind, like I would. But nope. Umineko. Did any of you guys ever actually get Umineko on Steam, or... you know, have played Umineko before asking me to do this? Cause, man, this is a slow setup. Anyways, I'm gonna end it off here, actually. Let's go ahead and save. So until then, guys, I will see you guys then.